you awaken, 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 awaken. Well, I thought, yep, okay, there it is. Welcome, everybody, to Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness here on AchieveRadio.com. My name is Bill, and I assist Fred for the duration of this program. Next 2 hours, as a matter of fact, by answering the phones, reading the instant messages that come in off the website, and all that kind of stuff. For all those of you who would like to get a psychic reading from the master of that art, Mr. Fred Fassett. And if you want to do that, and boy, I'm having a time. Too many screens, too many mice. I've been having a hard time way too often here lately. At any rate, the number to call in, 602-666-6027. Once again, 602-666-6027. The number to call in, or you can text in a message on the AchieveRadio.com InQuick instant message system, located on Studio A or on the Achieve TV page, either one on the right-hand sidebar. Or we have a chat room that you can post up to with any questions, comments, or whatever. That located below the player on the Studio A page and also on the Achieve TV page. And as we have been, we are broadcasting live, simulcasting on Achieve Radio, Achieve TV, and also on YouTube Live. You can access any of those from the main menu on the AchieveRadio.com website. Just go to stations and look on live and go to Studio A. If you're on the home page, you just look down and it says Studio A right there. You can click there, or you can click on the Achieve TV link at the main menu or the YouTube Live menu, or you can go to Fred's page and see the YouTube Live there, or you can go to YouTube. So with all those options, there's no excuse for not finding us. We show up just about anywhere you're likely to wander around in the Achieve Radio universe, and you can also find us on good old YouTube. And let me think, what am I not doing here? I don't know. I think I got most everything. Make sure I get the right button. Good afternoon, Fred.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you out there? Can you believe in Arizona it's 75 today? But in the middle of my house, right where I'm sitting, it seemed cold, so I put my sweatshirt back on, so I'm not going to freeze for the next 2 hours. And both of my orchid trees, who are huge, are in full bloom. You should see this, everybody. They have a very light scent. And a neighbor down the street put one in, but the secret is they like water. So I planted them in the middle of the lawn, so when the sprinklers come on, bingo. And, yeah, it's been a very interesting day. I won't go into the other things I had to do. But anyway, let me see here. Moon's in Leo, much better than where it was. And Jupiter went retrograde. It's out for at least 3 to 4 months, okay? And that does that once a year. It's in Leo. So, and then Venus went into Capricorn yesterday, 8:42 a.m. by California standards. Anything today? No, trine, conjunction. It's all pretty good today. So let's see if we have some interesting people calling today, because we have a quarter moon on Sunday the 14th. So this could be very interesting, okay? So I'm going to put that aside over there. I got a lot of stuff in front of me. Tea, water, you can't imagine how I set this up. So now see what we can help, Bill.
Okay, let's get started right off the bat then. And we actually have several callers and several messages came in early, so we're starting early today.
Good.
And right off the bat, somebody we haven't heard from for a long time, and that would be, to make sure I got everything on. Yep, Reggie in
Oh my
South
God,
Carolina.
yes,
Hi, Reggie.
Reg.
Hello, hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Reg.
I know it's been a long time since I called in.
Mm-hmm. So how did the thing in New York work out for you?
Well, I'm still waiting. That's a process, so I don't know when. I know it's still in the process, so I'm just being patient. Patient.
So isn't that hard for you being an Aries? Because I've been working on it all my life. So what do you need to know today? What do you need to know today?
Well, it's a lot going on. It's the end of the year, getting ready to go into the new year. I just want to see, do you see any kind of financial breakthrough or anything like that? Opportunity coming through?
What's your birthday again?
March 31st, 1989.
Oh, 31st. Okay, 89. Hang on a second. Probably you're like the rest of us. Okay, there is a holdup, and has been. We're all. I can't even explain the day that is. It's like always surprises me, and I had to ask my astrologist so I knew what I'm talking about. Let's see what we got going for you. Okay, you got the Capricorn Moon, Aries and Mercury, Aries and Venus, and Gemini and Mars. Oh, I'll make you talk. And Gemini and Jupiter, so you're just going to town on talking. That's not going to be a problem. Saturn, Uranus, both in Capricorn, and Neptune. So we know you're grounded. So this is why I'm going to ask this question, because if it's anything like the rest of it. By the way, with all that Capricorn in your chart, do you have a tendency to pull away from people as well? I mean, with the Aries, it would balance it out. With all that Capricorn, you could actually pull yourself back and observe people. So I don't know if you do that.
That's true. I do that a lot. Yeah, I do it a lot. Exactly.
That's the Capricorn for your information. Watch your knees. So you got 4 planets in Capricorn. So you want to take care of your knees while you're young. If they really start hurting, it means you're in your own way. So I'm asking this other question for you because your Saturn return, Jesus, God, so many people are going through their second Saturn return, first Saturn return, and I get to sit and watch the ball game. How about that? Lord to God. Let's see if this is the same for you as is everybody else. I don't want to say anything yet to you, but this might be very interesting. Uranus is in Aries. I was there for 7 years. Okay, if I was a good astrologist, since I do the psychic, I could tell you if this were going to get off of you or not, but I can't. But this is because sometimes Uranus can be restrictive, and whatever the lessons are, So I'm asking, is everything going to open up for you on this particular day? Are you going to be in that group? So I'm doing that now, and we'll see what comes up for you, buddy. It's been very interesting. It's been a kick-butt year in the first place.
Yeah, a lot of hard work.
Tell me about it. My business has been creeping through the door, I know what it is, but it doesn't mean it's fun to go through it anyway. I'm usually really busy. 3... a magician card, everything's there for you. You got that there. You're analyzing everything to a point. You got money around you, which is not surprising to me. Got a nice guide, change, and the world comes up. You're going to be doing some good. The Empress, carrying what you're trying to manifest, and you have the celebration of the 3 of Cups, and here's the 6 of Pentacles. That's money. So I would say this. On the 23rd of December this year, Saturn's in Scorpio messing with all of us, and, it's very fixed. So when it goes in the Sagittarius that day, if you take 3 and 2 makes 5, so that's change day for most everybody. There's a few people you don't have to worry about, like what's her name? God, oh, the Sagittarius blonde singer. She's had a good year. She's Sagittarius. For some reason, that's been working for her and a few of the others. So this will probably be the same way with you. Once that goes out of Scorpio and that gets into Sag, then that's going to be better aspects for everybody. And that's what I'm feeling. So what you want to do is a lot of visualizations. A lot of. Wait a minute. Did you buy a car? You were thinking of it or something?
No, I already have one that I have a note on. You know, so.
Okay. All right. It just popped up when I was talking. Suddenly just popped up. I never know. All right. So that's very interesting there. Okay. All right. So I know your money's going to come in. Now,
okay.
You can sense when people are not telling the truth. You're psychic enough to know if they're blowing wind in your ear. So if you are having faith with those people in New York and feel they're there for you, that's very, very important. You need to check people out because you're young, okay? You haven't had to go through what the rest of us have gone through. I pray you don't, but if you feel good about those people, then you've got it. But make sure they're not playing with you at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And if
that
you get
makes
anything...
sense.
Yeah. And if you do, then you have to say something in a professional way to them to realize that you know what's going on. You made an impression with them, but I've been in that situation many times, and sometimes those people like to hear themselves talk. So just check them out, and that first feeling you get, Reg, is always it. You're strong like myself, and you can, those first feelings will always keep you in the right mindset. Because I know you're going somewhere. Okay, I know it. There's no doubt in my mind. You're going to be like Sylvia Brown or somebody else, unless you don't want all of that. But you have to think about that because it's going in that way. Okay. So I feel like after the 23rd, you too, the money will open up for you as well. You have to be. We all have to be careful right now. I mean, there hasn't been Christmas in this house for 2 years, and I got my grandson coming because they're going to move to Germany. So I made a promise he could have one Christmas present, and I'm thinking now let's see how I do this, and take him to the store. And I told everybody don't bring any gifts over here because. If you do it, it's on your own, and because I'm very much the giver. But in the last few years, it hasn't been there. So, not that I haven't had some grand times, because I have been very lucky. So you're going to open that door at the end of this year, and don't forget, Capricorn comes in on Christmas Day, so that's ideal for you. So use the Capricorn side to you. You have 3 Aries in there. You got Gemini, Mars, and Gemini and Jupiter. So that do you write also?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's your Gemini. All right. So ask the spirit about the people you just talked to and see if it comes back in a positive way. Then you got it made. Because money's all around you, Reggie. It is, and the universe has changed. The Earth is going through change. Now, I predicted all the rain in California. Look at what's going on, but I can't get my predictions out there. I've done everything, and finally it's just like, well, we're going to have to use a different word when we can get them out there. And I'd still say everybody's going to be making $15 an hour because people are talking about it now. And I have to go that way because of it can't be. It's not working otherwise, and companies don't want to pay the proper money So that's going to be another thing that they're going to have to get over with, is they're not going to be in the control seat. They're going to be knocked on their butt. So yeah, you're going to get money, and you're going to do fine, and you'll have your own. Are you in your own place by now?
No, but I'm working on it because I helped my family relocate. So, but that's one of my goals, is to get my own place to come in the new year. So
yeah, you need your own place because of your own energy. And by the way, when you move into somebody else's energy, make sure you cleanse the house, apartment, whatever it is, before you set yourself up, because you're going to have the other people's energy in there. So get rid of it. All right, smudge it, do whatever you have to do. That way you put your energy in there right away. And that's very, very, and sense the energy when you go in there so you're not messing with something negative, okay?
Okay, will do. I definitely appreciate it.
Well, have a good evening, my friend. Okay.
Okay, you too.
Okay, bye-bye now.
Thanks for calling, Reginald, and have a good one. Bye-bye.
He's so talented. My God.
Yeah, that's, haven't heard from him a while, and that's great to hear him back.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Diana and Julia, neither one of you do my little spiel about the Star 5 thing. When you call in on our lines here, we have some people that call in just to listen. But if you want to get on the air, if you touch Star 5 on your keypad after you're listening to the show on the phone, some people hear it in the announcement and they touch it right then. Thank you, Diana. And that lets me know. It pops up a little flag. You'll hear a little voice say your hand has been raised, and it pops up a little icon. Okay, great. They both did. Thank you, ladies. Let's start out. Diana in Georgia, you're on the air with Fred. Hi.
Yes. Hi, Fred. Hi, Bill.
Hi.
Hello, hello. We have kind of warm weather here. What's it like down there?
It's actually pretty cold. Colder than usual.
Yeah, I don't like the cold, and I don't like the extreme heat.
Yeah.
So when's your birthday?
June 17th, 1964.
And there goes my cell phone. I knew somebody called me. He forgot I'm on the air. I'm on the radio. I'll call you afterwards. There we go. That happens every time.
It does.
I always get prepared for it, Everybody says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." I said, "Well, you don't have a life like I do, so why would you? Why would you know?" Everybody relax. We're all going to be good. We're going to have a good time. And then,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Definitely.
It's the same ones every week, though. That's what's so funny. Okay, we got there. Gemini again. You have your emotional planet here. Jesus, girl. Okay, got that in there. At least you're grounded. And you're doing your Neptune
I try to be.
Yeah, we got your Neptune return. That's going to be over on the 23rd, by the way. That's been a 2.5-year aspect because Saturn's been hitting your Neptune. So, mainly, it's off of you right now because it's in the 20s. Okay, so you have 15. So you're not the only one. There's 500 million people going through this worldwide, that is. So what's your question today?
Mm-hmm. It's really more general. I'm just wondering what I can look forward to in the new year, both positive and negative, if there are things that maybe I need to look out for in the new year.
What you want to be, you're kind of a giver, so you have to be more particular on who you try to help or bring into your life, because do you think you're an empath?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You have to work on. When I go out, I have to put extra protection on myself, and sometimes I forget, and then I go, "Oops, oh God," and then I have to put extra protection on me. I'm very empathic. You want to see somebody bawl on a dime? It's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing with you. You want to really protect yourself, and the first sense you get about anybody, relatives, friends, whoever they are, and you get that message, that's it. Okay? So I don't want you to go past that and then to start analyzing it, because then you'll throw yourself off. And this is real important.
Yeah.
Sag is going in Saturn to be more mutable, and you're a mutable sign yourself. And so Sag and Saturn will somehow go over, well, not right away, over your Sun, over your Mercury, over your Mars. It's going to go over all of that. So, and also, you have Pisces and Saturn like me. You have a 5 and I've got a 6. So that has recently went direct too. So just know on a daily basis, make sure you keep positive energies around yourself and ask for people on your own level to come in. And if you've got relatives, boyfriends, or whatever it is, they don't listen, don't try to fix them. Back away, because once you've explained or say blah, 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 and they don't get it, they're not going to. You know, because you can only, so when I'm talking to somebody, in fact, it happened recently with a friend, and I wanted to say that when I listened to this person, I really listened. I went, oopsie daisy, I better watch out what I'm saying. And then I got the picture. And that same thing for you. If you do that, you're going to be fine. Because remember, if I say to you tomorrow you're going to meet da 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 whatever. By the time you get to tomorrow, the energy's already changed, because once you say something, you know, and that's always the way it is. I always like people to realize that. Because people get excited when people like me say things, but they have to remember in that moment, and it depends on how they think how that will work. Same for you. So if you understand that every time you take a breath, the energy's already changed. So be aware of people around you and what positive, financially, how much you will make this next year, including taxes. Do you want to travel? Are you looking for a partner? All the things, write them out. Don't tell nobody, and write them out for yourself, and then watch them all come to fruition through the universe. Okay?
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. And what you said about, I guess just paraphrasing, not expending too much energy in the direction of people that aren't necessarily going to listen, to stop that. That's always been an issue with me.
Well, yeah, because I understand it. I go through it all the time. You ought to see what I get to talk to, you know. And when I start working with them, they say something, and I go, oh. And it's something in my head, and I don't say another word, and I went, okay. And then I know I won't see them again. And the ones at work will turn around. We're going to have a workshop next year in March, here, of course. And as soon as my son puts it up, it's going to be March 22nd of 2015. It's a Sunday, right after the solar eclipse in Pisces, by the way. So, and the new moon, so that's a powerful weekend.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh, that's Bill's dog.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. I just heard Bill's dog through the computer. I'm looking at my dog. I'm like, what is going on? Well, have a good day, all right, Diane?
Oh, thank you, Fred. You too.
Okay. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for calling in. Okay, let's get another call here. Julia in Colorado, it's your turn. You're on the air with Fred. Hi. Julia in Colorado, are you with us?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Hi, sorry about that. While I was listening, I was puttering around in the kitchen. Sorry.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. That's how I bake, by the way. I put the phone on, you know, and get in the kitchen and start baking. And sometimes somebody's talking to me and I'm baking and something gets screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not good at multitasking like that.
So when's your birthday?
September 16th, 1961.
61 lady. Okay, let's go back a little bit there. So what's your question today?
I'm in the process of divorce. I filed at the end of September, and I'm wondering, when it might be final.
Okay.
Just seems to be getting dragged along.
Yeah, well, that was a completion for you. A really good one, too. Sag Moon, that's good. Leo in your North Node, that's good. Leo and Venus. So you got the power, my dear. And you have
well, the thing of it is,
you have that.
Is my husband.
So when's your husband's birthday?
It's actually the day before mine, September 15th, 1961.
Okay, let me look at his and see what he's doing. Did he get
okay.
Yeah, he got Scorpio moon.
Well, I just figured since there's the two of us, though.
Yeah, but he's got the Scorpio moon. You got the Sag. So he could bury his feelings or not be there, okay? And you would reach out more and organize things, and he'd hide or try to analyze everything. And he has some problems with family, too. So, let's see. So you filed it in September.
Yeah, the 29th.
Yeah. So did they say, how many months did they tell you, or did they tell you?
Well, they told me 90 days minimum, but we had a mediation scheduled for the 22nd of this month, and then I just got a letter that says it got moved back to January 14th. So that's the first, first action,
Well, okay, what you need to do, you're a bit intuitive yourself. So let's just ask, after this January 14, 2015, will this be complete? Does your ex, we'll go there, does your ex put something in his body? He drink. It's like he gets a bit negative, and I don't know if he's angry, but he feels like he's angry too.
Yeah.
So that's not good energy for you. The Leo in you goes, what the hell is this all about? So there goes Bill's dog again. It's coming through the computer. I thought it was my dog stuck. Mine are over there across the room, and I thought, what she got stuck? Oh my God, what's going on? All right, look, sadness is there. Yeah, here's your 7 of Cups, my dear. So that's a positive. And there's questions going on which are going to be answered. The 3 of Pentacles, this is coming forward to you. You might get, see, in January, and you don't have any Aquarius in your chart. Mercury goes retrograde the middle of January in Aquarius. That's not going to, you're not born in a cycle, but you don't have Aquarius in your chart either. So I think either by the end of January or maybe going into the next month, that should be complete. Now, you want to visualize this completeness. Ask your understanding of God, Father, Mother, God, whichever, and start visualizing that all being complete so you can move on. And by the way, take it easy. Don't get yourself involved right away. You need to spread your wings and get out and do some things for yourself. I mean, because it's very easy to find somebody coming on, but because your husband was in your energy way, you need space. So just get yourself, when this is done, you want to really open yourself up to live. That's what this is about. You're going to open a new chapter in your life. And money's energy's there around you. As soon as one thing is, here's my Ace of Swords. Once this is done, you're going to see a lot of things start coming your way. So be clear about what you want, Julie, because that's very, very important to be clear. So you can attract in, you can attract in what you need. But don't get yourself tied into a relation. A friend, that's okay. A friend's all right, but don't get tied down because you need to be able to express Julie. All right?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Yeah, you need to do that. And if you get people you know get a little negative, ignore them. They're not in the situation. You are. You see, that's what's so in. I mean, a lot of people mean well, but sometimes they say something and they sometimes screw up making a statement because what they're doing is putting their life in your situation, and then they open their mouth and it comes out a little garbage like, So just be aware. I just want to see you go out, have some fun. You need laughter. Go to a resort, a spa. There we go. Go to a spa and get spoiled.
That sounds good. I have never done that.
Well, you need to, because you need to treat Julie nice now, because he controlled you, or he tried to. I think he found your emotional button and went in there and screwed around so that he could do whatever he wanted to do. And he's not a happy camper, and he won't be for the rest of it. He hasn't done his work either. So he needs to watch out for heart attacks or some other things coming his way.
Oh. I certainly don't wish any ill will towards him. I just
want
to be happy.
Well, he has to work on loving himself. I think he's somewhere along the line he lost that. I don't know why. It's just the impression I feel. So I would say probably by the end of January, but start visualizing when you go there that's going to be a completion. Seriously. Because if you think, is this going to go on and on and on, that's creating going on and on and on and on and on. All right, so watch out what you're saying. I have to use my own words against myself sometimes, too. So let's just see if you can turn that around, okay?
Okay. As far as employment, I've been a homemaker for a long time, and I'm going to have to, get myself back out there and, get a job to help support me. And do the cards show anything as far as, potential employment?
First of all, you're at a particular place in your life. What would you like to do to make you happy? You're a very good homemaker, but I'm going to say something really strange to you. And that hasn't happened. You weren't the only one it's ever happened to. You're apparently a good cook, and do you think you're a good baker?
At this point, after being the cook for 30 years, I'm kind of ready for a break from the cooking and cleaning in the house.
Okay. Thought I'd ask that question because they were showing me something, so we'll let that go. The idea is you have to realize that you're a smart woman, and what would you like to do? Because you're Virgo, but you got Leo in there, so you like to organize also, and you like to help people. So would you like to step in a therapist run? Would you like to go in and work in some capacity with a group of people? Whatever, and look at it from a wide space and see which one would give you a tickle in your spirit. And once you feel that, then go for it. Even if you have to take a little class or whatever it is, because you're a smart woman, you pick up things fairly quick. And I mean, you've been a homemaker for a long time, but you have to understand that now you're coming into a new period for yourself, and it will happen. It will happen. Believe in Julie, and know that you're closing the door, and that you're going to be prosperous, and whatever you choose to, it's going to be wonderful. If you go in with that kind of attitude, it will work. Please, because the Virgo side of you can beat you up, but you got the Leo in there to take care of everything else.
Oh, good. I'm ready for some good stuff, that's for sure. Well, thank you so much, Fred. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I'm leaving with a big smile on my face. Thanks.
Okay.
You too.
You're
Take
welcome.
care now. Happy holidays.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye, Julia. Thanks for calling in.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Fred, let's see here. I am going to... Boy, we got quite a few messages, too. I kind of wanted to get the phone calls because we haven't seen the board light up like that in the first hour for a while.
Right.
So let's start with the messages and go from the top to the bottom all the way through. Samantha in Ohio. Fred was 100% right when he recently predicted it would not work out between me and a certain guy. who told me he was getting and wanting a divorce, etc., but truly was not. Will I ever find real true love soon? Or can you tell me anything about the guy I am supposed to be with? It seems they are all wolves in sheep's clothing. Thank you very much to you both. You're welcome, Samantha.
Well, Samantha, first thing first. Put yourself first. And look at what those men in sheep's clothes are teaching you, and rise your energy up. Because right now, after that individual is playing with you, that kind of puts a little negative on relationships. I like to see you work on yourself, okay, and look at what this has taught you, and move through this in a way to where you will come out as a fantastic woman, and get rid of the energy that, like you say, they're all in sheep's clothing. Well, there's something in you that's mirroring to them that you need to remove. It might have come from mom and dad. It may have come from, wherever. So you have to work on yourself. Now, this is my suggestion. It's your choice. It's your experience. But what I would suggest to you is find a very good hypnotherapist that you can sit and talk to. You prefer a woman if you prefer a man, and make a list of what you want to work on. I guarantee in a couple of months you'll be flying like a new person, and you'll get rid of whatever you need to get rid of. And then you can look at, you want to start off with, first of all, you want to meet somebody that's fun, that you can laugh with, and so forth and so forth. You start that way, and you move into the next line of now, where can we take this? After 6, 7, 8 months, you can say then again, where are we going with this? If it feels right, it always is. If it doesn't, it's not. But sit down and get rid of this energy that's around you, because you've had, so you already said it. So these guys, they don't want to be truthful. So what you have to do is clean up around you and watch the right ones come in. You're as smart as the next person, and you can see through things. So pay attention. You hear me say it to everybody. That first feeling you get is 100% correct. Okay? And thank God you saw that person for who they were. And by the way, it's not all men that do this either. There are ladies that do it as well. We're not mashing the male population, but there are a lot of them that do it, and ladies do it too. So this just happens to be the male side at this point. So try that out. See if you want to do that to help yourself, and watch what will happen in a couple of months. If you want to wait till the first year after holidays, that's your choice. But anyway, look at that and see what you can do. All right, you might be surprised what might come, and you'll have a whole new a whole new outlook on life. All right, lots of luck there, Samantha.
Okay, Fred. And Samantha actually sent that in twice. Once right before the show started, and once a few minutes later. Second time she did add her birthday. Would that give you any additional insight here, or?
That's all. I already got what I wanted.
Okay. Yeah, it seemed like you weren't having any trouble connecting there.
Yeah.
All right. Trudy in Alaska is back with us. Trudy, if you want to send in the month, day, and year of your birth date, it might help. Not always necessary, as we just heard from the last reading. But Trudy in Alaska, as you might recall, Fred, is Anue's sister.
I've been praying for her. I've been doing some work on her, so I wanted to find out from Trudy how she's doing. I've been working a real focus on her, so I've been kind of curious how she's doing with her health.
Okay, and she's just asking if she can get a reading from you.
Of course. Can you give me your birthday, Trudy? Because I want to make sure, because you're going through a health crisis. And the other thing I want to know from you, did you forgive all those people that were not exactly in your corner, because that's so important to heal.
10/21/49.
Thank you. That's right. I remember. But that's what I'm talking about. When people do this, they don't understand. That's the way I get things, and once I see it again, I know that's right. So, see, so good. Let's see what we got going here. Okay, I'm going to do something here. Oh, good. She's past that stuff. Thank God. All right. Leo and Mars a little stubborn there too, Trudy. Okay, let's see. Let me try this. What am I doing? I'm not joking. Morning. Pray that you're better. I know you had said some other things popped up. The first thing I did was one of those things, whatever it was, to go away. So I'm asking, because you really have to, we have to get rid of the people that were negative around us, and so we can really heal. And I know about that firsthand. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what we're going to get. Okay, Empress, this is good. Now, you got a lot of emotions that come out of you. I don't care. You get a pillow and jump on it and yell at it because some of the people were not nice to you. That's also very healthy. Maybe have someone there in case you're not strong enough and that kind of thing. But start claiming your power, girl.
Trudy says, yes, I'm working on the forgiveness very hard.
Good. Now, here's the other part of that, Trudy. Visualize or feel, sense, cutting the cords of those people and bless them as their energy goes away from you. Because I can see your emotion. Here's the Ace of Wands, which is saying things are getting a little bit better there. You know, the Tower card is definite change again. Okay, and here's your Ace of Cups. So you got two.
Couple comments. I actually missed one in the middle there. She says she's doing better, thank you. And she has a current hip situation. And then this just came in. She will be with her sis soon. Happy about that. Working for more love in her heart.
Good. So what's happening here is grandmother spirit's with you. Okay? And it's showing that you are doing better. The more you get rid of these people, you know. Now, understand, Trudy, this could all be connected to a prior lifetime as well. And sometimes we don't realize this. I have to work with you to prove that. But what's happening is, as you let go of all this, you're going to start getting younger, and you'll start noticing things when your energy starts coming back. Okay? Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles are money in my deck, and it shows you restructuring that too. You've been hurt. The Three of Swords. Gee, no kidding. And then we have the Mark. Wheel of Fortune. All right, the Wheel of Fortune's up. There's a little juggling going on. That makes total sense. Okay, that makes total sense. And here's Leo. So you're going to get your strength back. I can't say. I have a feeling, but I can't say now. It's too soon. But I want you to realize you're forgiving. You're working on that. Cut those cords, love, and bless them all. Okay,
yeah,
bless
and
them
she
all.
said, yes, she's been cutting cords, as you said. It is helping.
Yeah, and Trudy, here's another one for you. Find things to laugh about. I don't know if you got TV up or not. Find everything funny to laugh at, because the more you laugh, laughter is healing. Okay, and see yourself. I mean, I want you to stretch this out here but you probably are anyway. But I want you to see yourself beautiful, funny, kind, and deserving, and that when you get through, you're going to be perfect, and you're going to blow the medical profession out the door. And that's where this is at. I mean, there's so many people in this country need to do what you're doing, and I'm proud of you. And I'll keep morning and night working on you. It's okay that you can talk to me on Skype, okay, or you can text me, because the phone number I give out is my cell phone. You can text me, too, if you want. So, all right? So lots of luck, girl. You're doing the job. I'm really proud of you. I'm really happy, okay? So I know my work is working now because of what you're doing. Congratulations. Thank you, dear. Happy holidays.
Very good. And she writes in, I've been watching comedies and laughing more about everything. Thank you, Fred. I love you. So there you go, Fred.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's that is so important. You know, Fred, I have made it a point for years now to watch at least a half hour of something that I really like, funny. Last month or two, it's the old Dick Van Dyke Show. Remember that?
Oh,
From the
yeah.
early
Yeah.
60s?
Yeah. You know what I watch? I've got them here in English. Is the La Cause La Follies.
Oh, yeah.
You can't. There's no way you can keep a straight face.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's probably the best prescription you could give for everybody on planet Earth.
That's right.
So,
I love the Aflac commercials too, and there's a couple other ones I just sit there and die. My roommate comes out and asks me if I'm all right, and I'll just say, "You're crazy, but."
Yeah. There was a period of time when they had, believe it or not, a couple beer commercials that I just loved. The one that comes to mind is a bunch of campers out there, and they were telling monster stories around a campfire. And it was Rodney Dangerfield came out of the woods, and he was the monster.
And he would do something like that, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And he wasn't in a costume. It was just Rodney Dangerfield.
That's right.
He made his eyes real big, you know. Hey, what's going on? Oh, anyway, let's see. Okay, we got through most of it here. About 10 minutes left in this first hour. Cindy in Canada is back. Hi, Fred and Bill. Happy holidays, and happy holidays to you, Cindy. Birthday February 21, 69. A few years ago, I asked my spirit guides to tell me what their name was. After 2 weeks, I heard a man's voice whisper next to my right ear the name Ralph. Is this true? Can you tell me what your guides think? What are my guides' names?
Okay. Truly, I've been doing this for so long, you know, and I work with people to get their guides for them. And this is always interesting. See, you keep working like that, and it actually begins to show, what the heck am I trying to do here? Here it is. That's right. Let's see here. Okay. No, I know who you are. Okay, let me do a question here for you. Now, as you do this, there's more to the name, and you'll find out in time. Always do whatever your religion is, Mother, Father, God, only that of light and love I accept. I accept no negativity, because you have to do this so you make sure you're pulling in the right spirit. All right, so I'm asking, the one that came through is this Ralph, and I'm going to do more. I'm going to do more. You don't know how many people, how many guys I've banished from people. I'm a stickler for protection and grounding. Let's see what we get. Make sure. I'm going to do two things here on Ralph. There's a spirit guide there. Victory. So far, so good. You You have a female guide too there, girl. That will come in time. You can't overdo it. Aries is coming in because you have Aries in your chart. There's Capricorn. Interesting. High Priestess. This is not bad. Okay, so now I'm going to ask Ralph. Ralph, are you in there from the light of God? And are you going to be Cindy's protector and guide her through the rest of her life? Well, this is a job, and God will allow this if you are from light, and will be there for her and love her and take care and make sure she's protected and no negative energy will come around. So are you from God's light and love? And really, you look so far so good. I just have to double check everything. It's just the way I work. Let's see what comes up with this. We're going pretty good there, Cindy. There comes the Empress again. They just love this. Ace of Wands comes up again. Seven of Pentacles. That was a struggle for you to get that. Cups. It looks okay, girl. It looks like you got something there. And remember, please pray before. Now that you got him, you have to make a prayer and then say, through God Almighty, I ask my guide Ralph to come through the light and have a conversation. It's a process you have to do. So the negative ones out there, realize that as many light bands, there's also the other side. And man, have I had to deal with that. So, it looks good, okay? It looks good so far, it does. It looks good. So work with him, but you've got to say prayers. I don't care what, you can be Baha'i, I don't care what it is, as long as you pray to the universe, to God, to Mother God, whatever you believe in, okay? That will keep you safe, Cindy. So lots of luck, all right?
Okay, very good. Yeah, and Cindy's telling me that her volume isn't going out quite right. And yeah, that's entirely possible, Cindy. I've been having some issues with equipment failures, and it's kind of difficult to keep all this tuned up and running. Might be better if you listen on the YouTube as opposed to the radio. I think the YouTube comes through a little stronger. And you can get it right off the Achieve website. Just click on the YouTube Live tab on the main menu there. But at any rate, we will try. I'll crank everything up a little bit. I didn't realize it was quite that low. I've been noticing the meters weren't quite where they should be, but I thought they were high enough. But, you know, there's so much variation between equipment all over, you know, a million different manufacturers anymore. Any rate, got that. We've got about 4 minutes left in this hour, Fred. We got one from Roger. Interesting question. Roger says, "Hi, Fred. Malala just got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Right.
I incurred a similar head injury and was cured by a little medicine that was out of this world. Is there some connection here?"
Huh. Well, let's see. Fortunately, they got it with plastic surgeons and everything else. So I'll ask his connection. We'll see. Never know. That young lady has a special place for being here in that part of the world. I never thought that this young lady, this is all going to happen. So, let's see here what I get. Sometimes I get it right up front, sometimes I don't. Just where it is. All right, let's see what I get. Looks good there. Wow. It is a possibility there, Roger, what I'm looking at. So there could be a connection there. My goodness. Giving me a story here. And nothing negative is coming up here, I stopped there. So it is a possibility there could be a connection there. You know, and so just go with the energy there, Roger, and see what else you get. Okay. And have a good day.
All right. Well, very good. And yeah, that's interesting. It'd be interesting to know what he means by out of this world. But I've got some suspicion, having seen Roger's posts a lot. Any rate, well, we're down to about a minute left in this hour. Maybe we could kill that minute just with getting out your phone numbers and remind everybody Fred's website, psychicfred.com. Hard to forget, psychicfred.com.
You can text me and call me on 480-236-5661. I have a class on Tuesday. I think we'll come back, excuse me, back together after the first of the year. And on May 22nd, 2015, Sunday, from 10:30 to 4:30, I'm having a all-day workshop for $55. And we'll have people bring their own lunch because people are finicky. And I'll be working on a lot of things, straighten out negative stuff. I'll be helping some people with their guides, and other people might come and just want me to give them information. And I will do that for them as well, and we'll see where this goes. And probably about 10 to 12 to 15 people. I can't have any more, and we'll see how that works, okay? Because it's right in there on the solar eclipse and new moon, by the way. It's going to be a powerful weekend. So we have that going on. And there is a thing coming up here in Arizona with a big game. So people can call me, and I'll give them, I'll do some special rates for them, all right, if they desire to have a consultation with me. Because they're going to be so juiced up with the game, you never know what might happen. So if anybody is going to be in Phoenix with the game and want to have a spiritual experience, please contact me, 480-236-5661. God bless everybody, and we'll see you shortly.
Okay, and we will be back in about 3.5 minutes on Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness. Going to take a quick coffee break, so to speak. We'll be right back.
Looking for a psychic with experience? 47 years as a professional psychic. Visionary Awareness with Fred Fassett. Live after the break.
You can help those affected by countless crises around the world each year by supporting the American Red Cross International Response Fund, which will provide immediate relief and long-term support through supplies, technical assistance, and other support to those in need. To make a contribution, contact the American Red Cross today. Call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcross.org. That's 1-800-RED-CROSS or redcross.org.
Hello, this is Jonathan Goldman.
And Andy Goldman.
Sound can be an extraordinary vehicle for healing and transformation. It can affect your body, your mind, and your spirit.
We'd like to invite you to visit our website, healingsounds.com, and discover some of the amazing things that sound can do. You'll find articles and interviews, a special store for sonic healing tools, award-winning CDs, books, tuning forks, and much more.
You can find out about the discovery of the divine name, what we call a hotline to the divine. Explore ways of studying and learning about sound healing, and even download a free recording called the 7-Minute Chakra Tune-Up.
There's much to explore in the world of sound healing, and discover ways that you can live a healthier and happier life.
Once again, we'd like to invite you to come visit our website, healingsounds.com, and experience the difference.
Thank you.
AchieveRadio.com What if you got rewarded for every good decision? What if your heart had a special way of letting you know it appreciates your healthy choices?
I've got to get my family to eat more vegetables.
Amazing!
And instead of cooking with butter tonight, I think I'll saute our veggies with heart-healthy oil.
You're a genius! So really, would your food choices pay off in heart health? Did you know that when you replace bad fats with healthier fats, like those in canola or other vegetable oils, it can lower bad cholesterol levels, and that's good for your heart. Here's a winning idea. Take up the challenge for good health, because the you of the future will say,
Fantastic!
Learn more at heart.org/facethefats. Canola Info proudly supports the American Heart Association's Face the Fats campaign.
Listening to AchieveRadio.com. A new drummer for a new awakening. Welcome back, everybody, to hour number 2 of Fred Fassett's Visionary Awareness here on AchieveRadio.com. Those of you who called in on the call-in lines, if you would, please touch star 5 on your keypad. Star 5 on your keypad if you want to talk to Fred. That pops up a little flag. You have to do it after you're hearing the show. A lot of people do it before, and it doesn't work. But you'll hear a little voice say, your hand has been raised, and that lets us know that you did want to talk to Fred. If you don't want to call in, you can text in by going to either the Studio A page on Achieve Radio, where most people listen to us radio-wise, or the Achieve TV page, where you can watch Fred give your reading to you. And there's a... Boy, I'm tongue-tied today. On the right-hand sidebar, the Achieve Radio InQuick instant message system, which is a private one-way text, comes right here to the studio. Just send it along, and we'll answer you on the air. Fred will answer your question. Or the Achieve Radio chat room, also located on both of those places. And as we have been recently, simulcasting live on Achieve Radio, Studio A, the radio page, on Achieve TV, and also on YouTube Live, which is available on the Achieve Radio YouTube Live page or on YouTube.com. And all those places you can find us. And if I can remember which button, there it is. We're back, Fred.
Okay, very good. All right, see what we can do in this next hour. We did pretty good the first hour.
Yeah, sure did. And let's see, we've got one caller, but they did not record a name and did not pop up the flag when I mentioned that, so I don't know if they want to go on or not. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we will go to Shelley in British Columbia. And, boy, I got to change screens. That's just too hard to read way out there. Shelley in British Columbia. Hello, Fred and Bill. Wondering if you can look at a new job I started this week. It's part-time and is described as temporary, part-time in a law firm. Can you see the chances for it being extended in time or hours? Things seem to be going well so far. Thank you so much. Shelley's birthday, 11/12/58. Cards or insight would be great.
Well, first of all, she's right in the middle of a change herself and a completion. So her manifesting this is ideal. Now, I will say this. They may say it's part-time or something like this. I know for a fact sometimes when you get into those and you're doing so good, it can, that's right, it can wind up being a full-time job. So let's just see. Here we are, somewhere here. Here we go. Oh, okay. Is she doing? Yep, she's making that old completion. And she's got her side. I think I talked to her before. And she's got Jupiter and Scorpio, ideal, and it's not retrograde. Good girl. Mars and Scorpio, Sagittarius. Boy, you're going through all kinds of changes, my dear. So, I'll go a little bit further for you. You're liked, and they know how smart you are there, too. So, make sure you stay in a confidence place. And so in case the good universe opens up a spot there, that you could step into it, which is always a possibility. Okay? Never know what's going to happen. That happened to my roommate in California one time, and he wound up working there for years, and it started off as a part-time job. So let's see, I'm asking, will this, what you're doing there, if you stay focused and have good thoughts in your own mind and everything else, and if another job does come up, you got this experience and you'll get a good recommendation from these people. So you're right, everything is good, and you're just stepping in all kinds of changes. My goodness. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of you do really well through these changes, and others, wow, well, that's another story. Let's see, shall we? Yeah, you've done your work. You've had to do a lot of work with yourself, too. Full of light. You're at peace. You got rid of negative stuff around you. Magician is here. There's the Leo card of strength. I like this. 4 of Wands. It's not marriage in your case, but if you're coming together with this company, it could turn into something. Just don't know at this time. Oh, there's my Ace of Swords. So you're in the perfect place. Always keep your ears open. Make sure you put yourself first. You're doing an excellent job. And let's see if they realize the gift you are, and they will offer you a full-time job. If you like being there, start visualizing that. And visualizing, feeling, sensing, imagining, whatever you want to call it, thinking, if you're over-analytical people, it all works. And the more we do this, more we... So this could turn into something. At the same time, another job could come along because you're putting such positive energy out there. Okay, my dear? So, Shelley, you're doing a good job. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. And go with it. You know, the universe could open the door by having somebody leave. You never know. So let's just see where this goes. So it looks good. And if another job pops up, that means there's not going to be a job there, and then you just go with your first feelings and go forward, okay? Lots of luck, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, okay?
All right, very good, very good. And let's see, we have interesting messages from Anue. First one, let me get through these. Hi, my favorite 2 guys in the world. I'm blushing, Anue. Just kidding. Just stopping by to thank you again, Fred, for all you do for so many. Lots to share, but going to save until I see you in January. 3 days to count down on the beginning of my great adventure. I love you both bunches. Holiday blessings to all. Then a couple minutes later, Nue texted in. She says, oh, darn. I see Fred has his cards out. May I ask for just a 1-card reading, just a general overview? And I want to say something, Fred, numerologically speaking. You know, most people, when they get their internet access, every time they turn the computer on or the router on or whatever, it issues them an internet address randomly from a pool that their provider has. And Anue's today, the middle two blocks are 222, 222. So that's got to mean something.
Of course, of course, of course. I know something about that. It's not a lot, but because I work it for myself, but I'll have to put my thoughts on that. Anyway, would you take your son Ben and remind him he has something he has to do for me? Okay, just a little buggy thing there. And Jesus, you're October what again, New Way?
I'm sorry, Fred. What was that now?
Oh, she's in October, her birthday.
Did she put it down here? No, she didn't. She'll text it in here in just a
minute.
minute.
I know she will.
Yeah.
I know she will. I just want to make sure that all those things...
Nope, missed it. September 23rd, 52. 9/23/52.
See? It was. It's late. We just have to go over there. Anyway, the way I'm doing the cards is Charlie is allowing me. He's going to be taking over like Sylvia Brown's Francine. So he's allowing me to do this, and then when I start really hearing him and seeing him, it's going to be a whole new ballgame, even on the radio. And they won't be talking to me. They'll be most likely talking to him. And I presume they're going to give me lots of energy for that. But I'm working on this in my back room. Excuse me here. And so much has happened in the last 7 years, like me starting all over again, in some ways. Now, let me look at this. Here you are, first day. Scorpio moon, of course. What is that? I didn't do this today. That makes a difference. 29 Virgo and Mercury. That would be interesting to do a chart. Got Sag and Mars. There's your travel. There's your traveling right here. And you got Taurus sitting there, and Libra, and Libra. You're a very attractive lady. Okay, let's see what's happened. You're going on your journey, and what I'm getting is be aware of your surroundings and calling grandfather, grandmother spirit in daily, and whoever else that you deal with, because it's very easy for us being who we are. We're only human. And if you do this, that's real important so that I would take a journal with you too on this experience, because this might help you write a book. Be very interesting. All right? Ooh, we'll see how this is going to come out. Like I said, he's allowing me to do this now, and I'm working really. I have to, because he'll get mad at me if I don't follow through. Charlie's been with me almost 40 years now. He's only 4'3", by the way. So when he comes through me, I kind of have a habit of slumping in the chair. Okay, you got the World, which is good, and you got 10 of Cups of celebration. 3 of Swords is you've had to work on some stuff around you, and I know you've taken care of it. Okay. There's a sadness that you didn't want to have to do what you had to do, but you had to do it. Energy's building for you for this. Tower card is actually a change. It's not a negative. Here's your Ace of Cups and the Strength in Leo. So you've got a lot coming your way that's going to be profound. All right? And like I say, every day, every night, check with grandfather, grandmother spirit and watch. And you get a journal, get one that you can lock up, because you never know when you sit down, people get nosy. And that way it's safe, because you don't want anybody to read it anyway. because nobody's business but yours. And I'll bet you'll have a book. All right? So lots of luck, New Way. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Okay, very good, very good. And ask a numerologist somewhere what all those repeating twos mean, because
Let me say something. Hold on a minute. I'll bring my little thing. Just saves my ass for being a dyslexic. How many twos are there?
6 right in a row.
All right. If I did this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. One adds up to a 12 and breaks down to 3, which is divinity. That's the way I look at that. All right, so you always break it to the lowest number, and that would be divinity. So what that's really, that's what you got God, in her case, Grandfather, Spirit, whatever, but you break them all down like that, and it gets really interesting. A 2-year, I can't remember what it is, because I have some of it memorized, but I can't. 1 is a new beginning, and with the Native Americans, they start with 0, we start with 1. So if you add all those up, it kind of winds up being a 3, okay? So a 3 is divinity, which is really powerful, because a 4 turns out to be work when you get into a 4 cycle. So that's how I'm looking at it. So you're dealing with the higher beings there, New Way, when you send those numbers in, okay? And the higher energies are working with you. But that's not a surprise, okay?
Okay.
So,
yeah, there's also people talk about what repeating numbers mean like that.
Yeah.
You know, like always looking at the clock and it's 11:11 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
I've got a lot of people. When I was in California, I did the radio show in Oxnard. I was just popping things out of my mouth left and right, you know. And then I made this big change out here, and I've gone through quite a change. So when I'm through with this, I'm going to stop and look in the mirror and see who I've become.
There you go. There you go. And just from my all too practical, all too mathematical brain, the odds against her getting that number are 1 in 65,535. So
that makes sense.
Yeah,
makes total sense.
Better odds in the lottery, but still pretty long odds. I wouldn't go to the racetrack on that. Anyway, let's see here. Well, I think that caller is probably just wanting to hang out.
Okay.
Yeah, if they don't record a name and don't raise their hand, I usually won't call on them. So, New York caller, if you did want to talk to Fred, touch the *5 on your keypad, and you'll hear a little voice say your hand has been raised, and I'll get you right on. If by chance you do that and you don't hear the little voice, it means it didn't work, which happens about one time in 100 or so, and you need to hang up and call right back in and try it again, and it'll work, and record your name. It always helps out. And let's see, a quick follow-up from New A. As soon as I get to the screen I can read it on, I will see what it is. Thank you, Fred. Spot on as always. Several ancient shamans are coming through already, and I have been writing it all down. Amazing times. I am so blessed and humbled by it all. Not surprised about the number 222. It represents all is working out. Keep trusting and walking in faith. Excellent. I knew that twos were something good.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you again. Infinite love to you both. Thank you anyway.
Very good.
And for you to get internet address, I record them all for the rare times when we get spammers or hecklers or anything, just like all radio studios do. We have to keep track of that. And that just jumped right out at me because internet address is divided up into 4 numbers with a dot in between. And, the numbers range from 0 to 255. So, and 4 of them. And for it to be 222.222 really stood out like it was in bright red or something.
Right, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, that was, years ago when I took this advanced class. If you knew how this all got started. It was like come out of the woodwork, and I was like the little sponge. And the person that I was working with, who was no longer alive, because I wasn't aware, and he would do things, and he had did something this one day. I didn't know I stepped out of my body. I thought it was normal. All of a sudden, I came in my body like a jet. And when I hit, I was like, and then after a while, I started getting nauseated, and we went to do pars. Someone stuck a hamburger in front of my face, and I skipped the damn thing away from before I'd puke. So I had to always remember when I was around that person, please make sure I'm grounded and pay attention, because that person should have known better. But I was totally ignored on that one. I could have been hurt. So I'm real protective with my students when I work with them. And as long as they listen, a lot of them don't. And then I sit there and shake my head. Why can't you open your ears up? Get the potatoes out of your ears. And I get some strange looks with that statement.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, okay. The New York caller apparently just wants to hang out and listen. And so I will go over here to a email I got a little while back.
I bet you did.
A friend of mine by the name of Tom.
Okay.
And has been listening off and on. I tell everybody I talk to, either socially or professionally about your blind readings, and everybody's quite, amazed.
Well, I'm always amazed too. What comes out of my mouth?
What comes out of it? Yeah. Well, at any rate, Tom said, try this. 2 individuals. They're not political, so you're in luck today, Fred.
Good. That helps.
And the first one, initials D as in dog, M as in Mike, June 7th, 1917.
Wow. Okay.
And deceased.
And the second one?
Okay, I was going to wait, but I'll go ahead and do that. Initials J as in Joe, L as in Levi's, I guess.
Oh, well, that's good.
And March 16, 1926, and still kicking.
That reminds me, it's like my sister. So we go back here. This is way back here. Wow. My sister turned 90 this year.
I was going to ask you about Teddy Roosevelt today, Fred, but even my website that I've been using doesn't go back that far. So.
Yes, sir. I had a particular book, and I wore it out. And that's how I looked at the lady that raised me. As I wanted to find some things out, see if I was getting anything right. And then we tried to do a chart on her. All right, so here we go, and we want June. Okay, April, June. Here we are. Let's see. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Someone that can be a bit reserved and just a bit stubborn.
You're in the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's emotions there. My God. Okay, so how am I going to put this together? All right. Well, see, he's Gemini with a Capricorn moon. Capricorn moon people have a tendency, they can be reserved or cold, depending on how their life's going on. But now he's got this Taurus in here, where the stubbornness would come in. And then he's got another Gemini, make his mouth open up. And now we see Cancer. That brings more emotions in. This person's personalities could be everywhere. I mean, he's grounded. I give you that. He's grounded. But the idea is he probably was, at some point in time, he got his stuff cleared up and he turned out to be not too bad. But he has so much going on, Bill. I'm telling you. Here's the Gemini who wants to talk, and then here comes the Capricorn going, well, we're not going to talk that much. We're going to be reserved. In comes the Taurus, which is very a perfectionist and a bit stubborn. So if he hears it, it's depending on what day it is, if he would pay attention, or would he just be totally arrogant and just, walk over you, because he could. And then the Saturn in Cancer, a man with a Saturn in Cancer. Okay, then he's got Leo. Christ. Oh, there's another Capricorn. Oh, dear. All right, so, do you know if this person was a ladies' man?
Certainly had that reputation, yes.
Because, see, he thought he was top drawer. He was the greatest thing walking around. All right, I'm surprised he wasn't an actor or tried to be, because he could really have some fun. And did he do any writing?
I don't know about writing, performing, and some acting.
Yeah, well, he did get into acting. Well,
yes.
See, he was an excellent, but I'll bet you 4-1 he would take a script. I'm serious here, and tell the director that he was wrong. I could see him do that. And full of himself, very much so. Boy, did he like the ladies? Did he ever marry? Because I would almost think he couldn't stay with one woman.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Three marriages, yeah.
And they never worked.
One for 8 years. One for actually quite a few.
Okay.
24 years, and one for 3 years.
Okay, well, the one for the longest, that was the wife keeping it together. Because he would get bored and get itchy feet and need to go out and do his thing. And I would think that it was, I don't know what type of acting he was, but there is a lot of drama around him, but he had a comedian side, unless he didn't use it. I get a lot of drama on him. He was probably a perfectionist in the entertainment thing, because he had to be, because he liked to be, or he thought he could be perfect. Arrogant, sometimes short-tempered too, and could remove his emotions. Not a really bad guy, but the same thing. My God, he was this human being. Did he live to be 70 or anything?
Yeah, pretty. Well over 70.
Okay, because he liked himself a lot. He was in love with himself, believe me.
That fits, yeah.
Yeah, and so the short marriage made sense. The long marriage was her keeping it together and keeping him entertained until that didn't work anymore. And he probably pissed her off.
Yeah, I would imagine, yeah. 2 short ones and a long one. That kind of makes sense. That the middle one put up with it for a long time and then finally said, I'm out of here. Yeah.
Well, he pushed the buttons, you see. That's what's real interesting, Pisces. All right, let's see what we get with Mr. Pisces. Let's see how bad he screwed up. Oh, dear. Again. These guys are something else. Let me tell you. He's still alive. Do you know he's going through his second Saturn return cycle? His third, and he's still alive. Isn't that amazing?
His third, yeah.
This is his third one.
Yeah, he'd be about 88, yeah.
That's right. That's right. He's not a performer, too, is he?
Yes, was a performer.
Okay. Is he retired, or is he doing is he writing books or anything?
I don't know. Retired quite late in life, but I don't know about right now today.
Did he have... Let's see. Did he have a son that became famous, by any chance?
That I don't know. Not
Right.
extremely famous to where I
Yeah.
would know about him.
All right. See, then Pisces, that could get him in trouble. But here's where the problem is. Sometimes he couldn't shut his mouth. Aries moon, Aries and Mercury. So his mouth would take off, and he would handle, when he was younger, everything. And he would get ahead of everybody. But then he'd have a period of time where he did get quiet, more so as he got older. And he's in, the second Saturn return, and he's in did he get that? Mm-hmm. Was he married once or twice?
Twice. Once for a very long time, and once for actually a very long time. Both very long lasting.
Yeah, that would make sense, because the Aries part of him is a truthful person. Okay, the Aries wants to stay in there, and I don't know, this is a crazy thing to say. I almost feel like he was searching for a spiritual root in his life as well. And
kind of makes sense.
Yeah, he's looking for the spiritual roots. And this is what comes up again. Maybe you like to read books, but there's a book around him, books. And so maybe he studied or whatever have you. And a very strong character, along with a lot of emotion. And sometimes he could shut that emotion down, and the Aries would take over and get him in trouble verbally. It's kind of interesting. When he was younger, he had quite a big head. That changed as he got older. He's more quiet now than when he was younger. I don't know if he's alone now, but it feels like he's alone. I might be wrong, but that's what it feels like. But I think if he is alone, he wants to be, because he figured he did enough. He doesn't have to do anymore. And did he have one child or two?
7.
With one wife or two?
that I don't know.
I have a feeling it might have been split. Yeah. Okay. And I'm going to say something wrong. He liked some of them, and some of them he didn't.
Okay. No surprise there. One more question, and we do have a message I want to get to.
Okay.
We still have plenty of time, so.
Yeah.
These two, can you feature them in a business relationship?
Singly, right?
Pardon?
Individually, right?
The two of them together as a partnership.
Oh, God.
I
don't think so.
I think that answers my question.
Don't think so. Oh, my God.
Okay.
One would have one's mouth going, the other one had a large ego. So, I mean, they'd both be running to the mirror to see how they look.
Yeah, and both a little bit self-absorbed. Yeah, you kind of said that. And for the second individual, you said kind of on a spiritual quest. Would you say very much in a charitable, philanthropic?
It could be. Yeah, that would be his fire. The fire in him would take him to that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And I'll tell you why I'm asking all this. These two gentlemen are the early on the comedy team of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
Well, there was that breakup, because I knew what it was. Okay. And well, I can't say one thing. I can't say that. I know something about Jerry Lewis. We'll leave that one alone. Okay. I happen to be living in an apartment that, well, let's say he showed up occasionally.
Okay. Which one?
Well, Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis did. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dean Martin's heart got broke when his son died in the airplane. That's when everything went to pot.
Yeah. Quite a deal there. And I've always thought that Dean Martin wanted to be the romantic crooner type.
Yes.
And Jerry Lewis was the slapstick comedy goofy type thing.
Right.
And that wasn't going to work. And it just occurs to me, Jerry Lewis with 7 children, Dean Martin with 8. Did they have a competition for who was the most romantic?
It could be, it could have been, because Jerry was like, sometimes he went so far out on the rope, you didn't know if he could get back.
Yeah, I can imagine. But what you said about Dean Martin being very much in love with himself, very much a ladies' man, I mean, that's his image. I mean, give me a break.
That's right. And his children were very important to him. But see, he got in trouble because he always had he liked the ladies, and so after a while, I just think he got bored. You know?
Yeah. That very much makes sense. Everything you said about both of them. And the partnership thing, I mean, like you said, didn't last that many years, and it was very wild, very hostile.
Oh, it was, and I can't remember, but I thought Dean did something to Jerry, and then they did make up later on. Somebody got them together. I saw that, by the way.
Yeah.
And they embraced and everything else. So that because they were both older and they're a little wiser and everything else. And see, Jerry was so out there, and then Dean was a Casanova. And when Jerry did his shit, sometimes it bugged Dean. So
can
that's
definitely see that.
And Jerry is still alive. I think he's put together with tape, but he's still alive.
Still alive, yeah. And all those years of doing those telethons for the muscular dystrophy charity.
That's right.
I mean, I remember that as far back as I can remember, basically.
Any
rate, let's move on. Catch these last few people here. Marissa in California, 10-23-59, 59. I would like you to look at a situation with my car, if possible. Will I be able to refinance or work things out with the loan company before end of January? I would like to keep the car. The loan maturity date is coming soon. I don't want to make a large balloon payment in a few months. Can you see chances for working things out? Thank you very much, from Marissa.
I think she asked that last week. Okay. Yeah, she's a little dear here, my dear. Sheesh, she would have to be a Scorpio. Okay, Capricorn. I'll ask if you can work this out. First of all, Lovey, I wouldn't go there alone. You have a male that's a close friend or someone that can go with you, because if you go alone, seriously, I don't know why it is, but it is, they will take total advantage of you, usually. So if you have a male that has a business mind, can walk in there, then you get what you want. You see? So if you have your father or whatever, well, it's not going to be your father, no. Anyway, somebody that you're close with that can go in and help talk with you, you'll probably get it. Now, I'm asking, will you be able to refinance it? I know it wouldn't want a balloon payment either, believe me. I'm waiting for one to arrive in my driveway on Christmas somehow, some way, with a big ribbon. Well, so let me tell you, if that happens, I think that way. All right, Melissa, let's see what we get here, dear. But you need a male to help you. I know one woman that could work with a car dealership, and that was my stepmother. They didn't even want her on the lot. Believe me. Okay. Yeah. You've been going through a lot. I can see it. Money's tight. There's the magician card that comes in and helps you out. Whew. My goodness. Don't let them take advantage of you either. You stay in your power, because that's what's going to help you out. And think on a positive level. Here's my ace of Penta, because it's going to take some work, Melissa, but you have to know, put everything together, my mouth, everything together you're going to say. That's why I said, do you have a male friend of somebody has a business mind, has his act together, to go in and talk and get this done, because that's what would do it. All right? Not saying you couldn't, but it's just the way it works. And because the universe is going to try and help you. There's a lot of strategy, laying out what you're going to say and do. And because some of the car dealers, to be truthful, are shysters. When I lived on Figueroa Street in L.A., I grew up with a car dealership next door to us, so we saw a lot of things. And one of my lady friend of mine now, she owns something down in Cerritos, so I've learned a lot over the years. So you have to be aware of them, because they're thinking only of themselves. That's why you need a mail to go, if you do this, you're going to get it. All right, you'll get it because the mail will talk and so forth, and they'll get you a good deal. Just letting you know. Okay, please don't go there alone. All right, Melissa? You have a good holiday, all right? Because I believe if you have the mail with you, you'll get what you want.
Okay, very good. And quickly, we have Hugh up in Maine. Hugh, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hello there, Fred and Bill. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Well, pretty good. I'd rather, oh, God, here goes my cell phone now. You see what I mean? 561, it's Florida. Hold on. I can't talk. I'm on the radio. Thank you. I know who it is. I hope they got that. Okay, when's your birthday, Hugh?
June 25, 1946.
June 25, you said?
Yes.
Thank you. You're like me. You have a young youthfulness about yourself, you know? You're a Cancer, and I bet you... Yeah, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. I have to work at it, too. I'm going to be 80 in April next year. And so what? It's only a number.
Yeah, that's just numbers.
That's right. If you believe that, I've got my roommate going on saying things he shouldn't say. And if you want to keep that one up, you keep it going. And watch what will happen. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what's working for you. Okay, is this a relationship or business?
Well, I don't really see separating the two.
Okay, just making sure. So which one do you want to know about?
Well, let me present this scenario. You know that Anaway and I are partners. We have been for the past 2 years now.
Okay.
And last week, she and I, at her inspiration, drove up to Bar Harbor in Mount Desert Island, where she did a blessing for the land up there, because the ley line present there.
Okay.
At Balancing Rock was where she chose to do it. We toured around the rest of Mount Desert Island. The first time that I've been to Acadia National Park, which is really beautiful.
Okay.
It was a cold, windy day with bright sunshine. So it was a good experience for both of us. And I'm wondering if you can see anything in the cards about our future. We've had lots of conversations about many possibilities, and we know that she's got extensive traveling that's coming up here next month.
Okay. Hugh, when is your lady's birthday?
Hers is 9/23/52.
Just interesting. All right, hold on a minute. Your lady's like a shaman. I don't know if she knows that or not. You know?
Yeah, Fred, that's a new way.
What's that?
A new way. That's
what it is. Yeah. Oh, no wonder. Okay. All right.
Yes, she is like a
no
shaman.
Wonder I picked. No, I saw the birthday. I went, I have to look that up. Okay, let's see what we're going to get here, Hugh. All right, let's look at this. Wow. No wonder. Yeah, I looked at that and go, gosh, it looks really familiar. Okay. All right, let's see where we go. see where we go. I have something that I can't say over. Yeah, she had to do some stuff on some people there, which was time. And I'm not going to. I'm leaving that one alone. That's all I'm going to say. Well, let's see what we get for the two of you here, buddy.
I'm sorry.
You're also intuitive. Have you ever figured that out?
My left brain training makes it hard for me to recognize.
I know. I get that. Well, watch what's going to happen, though. You have it. What will happen, I have another friend that's like you, and I opened him up. He's a Taurus, but the idea was, I was amazed I got through, and this was a long time ago. What you do, if you go with those first feelings so you won't analyze, you'll be fine. Okay?
Right.
You'll be excellent. So that's what you have to work on. Let's see what's going to come up here. Probably really good. That'll be good. The world comes up. Are you going on a journey with her, or is she going by herself?
Well, we have a short journey together most immediately, but then she's going to be traveling across the country by herself.
Okay. Well, I know why she's doing that. And here's the Ten of Cups. Shows the two of you together. Okay? And you got to, while she's gone, you got to open yourself up spiritually, you really do. Because when she gets back on her journey, this lady is going to be glowing, seriously. And you want to be able to be in there, be part, and listen to what she says and get your logical mind out of the way and come from your heart. This will help you. See, everything's coming up correct here as I'm doing it. There'll be a sadness probably from you when she goes on her journey by herself. Don't worry. She's going to be very well taken care of. Okay? You have a job to do. Yes?
I was saying I do trust that.
Yeah.
I trust it.
Yeah, you need to. Okay? So when she gets back, you need to do your work and be a lot more open. And I get where you're coming from, but you also have to say, wait a minute here. This is important. I want to get this done, because if you do, this will. Because it looks like you guys are going to be together. You got to open up more in order for that to happen. And by the way, you, with that Taurus moon, Saturn and Scorpio is really working that for you. Really interesting. Very interesting. So that's going to be off of you on the 23rd of this month. That's going to get you a little bit lighter. That's been there for 2.5 years. Oops, excuse me. So however you talk to the universe, whatever your method is good for you. And go ahead and do this, and don't be afraid to write things down, because you're analytical. That's the way you've been trained. But you have an emotional side that's also there that's very good. And if you will go ahead and do that, that'll be excellent. Okay? And don't expect it right away, because with that personality you would, but know it's there, and it will come to you when you least expect it. You know what I'm saying? All right?
Yeah.
Because that's what you want. I mean, I was very analytical. I still am, but I changed over the years. In my personal life, I'm more analytical and a bit stubborn, and I just let it fly. My roommate says he wished he could open up like I do. I become a goddamn shower after a while, and he's the opposite. And so it's like, remember one thing, while she's on that journey, this is very important for her. And when she gets back, you have to balance her, because she's going to change. I don't know. We're not going to know how much she's going to change, but she will. And you'll see it in her face and her aura, or her energy, whichever comes first for you. this can work out very nicely, but remember, work on yourself, my friend. Okay?
Got it.
So lots of
Very
luck,
good.
buddy. Uh-huh.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
God bless you.
Thanks for
Bless you.
calling, Hugh.
Thank
Good luck. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Okay, Fred, 5 minutes and one last question from Ginny up in Chino Hills. And 1/17/1943, but it's really kind of a generic question. What do you see for medical discoveries next year, 2015, especially concerning cancers and cloning?
Oh, let me tell you, boy, that's a good one, because I was watching, I think it was 60 Minutes, and there is a gentleman. He's from South Africa, but he's Asian, and he's got a method that he can actually do away with cancer, and they've already got, what do you call it? I don't know the word I'm trying to get out of my mouth. They have things working, and they actually showed it what he's doing, and it's totally different what anybody expects. And they believe they'll be able to eradicate cancer. And when I watched it, because I've been predicting cancer was going to be eliminated, AIDS will be eliminated too, and cloning, depending on who's running the country, and it has to be done very carefully. Okay, I'm feeling more free to talk. I'm not getting too much on the cloning. I'm getting a lot of stuff on that cancer. I feel that they will finally get a hold of cancer, and there's no pain how he works, and they're themselves, and they don't lose hair, they don't do any of this stuff. So I can't remember the doctor's name. He's a doctor, and tons and tons and tons of money because he made it himself, and he put some of his own money out there. And I believe when he gets through, he's very positive, and I feel I can't remember his name. I probably should have wrote it down, but I didn't. And I think they'll take care of that. It will all get taken care of. And the cloning, I not yet. I don't feel good talking about that yet, because I think we're going to have to go. First of all, Lovey, we're going through a 14,000-year transit. It started in 27 and 2018, and my master that's around me told me that, and the whole world's going through this. But when we got through with this in 2018, that we'll see what the next 14,000 years will be. And I know it's a lot of negativity out there, but some of the stuff has to come to get rid of it so we can see light. That's the best way to express it. I got a lot more to say on that, but we don't have time. Anyway, just know I feel Jenny is going to get. I know your area because I used to live in Rolling Heights, by the way, so I know where you are. California, that is. I had my first house out there, and I think this is going to get interesting. And we have scientists in the spirit world helping the scientists and doctors down here. That I know for a fact. Okay? So let's see the positiveness, I can't talk, that will come out and get rid of these diseases. And they were there for a reason anyway. So lots of luck, my dear, and let's see what happens. For 2015 is an 8-year, and I believe we're going to see a lot of money, stuff settling, and economy getting better too. That had to go through hell as well. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, my dear.
Okay, well, very good. Yeah, that's interesting about, it's about time, because there are people out there that can eliminate cancer with 100% success rate, but because they're not part of the medical establishment, nobody knows about it.
That's right.
Except the people that have eliminated it. Notice how I avoid using the C word, because you get in all kinds of trouble with the FDA for that. But, it's, we are out of time, Fred. Your numbers, contact, whatnot?
480-236-5661. Call me on Skype, text me, whatever you want to do. I can tell you about your 2015 if you really want to know. And I have a workshop coming off in 2015, March 22nd, 2015, a Sunday, $55 for the day. And you guys bring your own lunch, and I will, when you leave, you won't be the same people. And I have my Tuesday class, I think it's going to be rebuilding. So God bless all of you, and love yourselves. Let's bring peace back into the world, and let's all enjoy God as you see it in your own hearts. Bless all of you.
All right, and Fred's website, psychicfred.com, psychicfred.com, the website. We'll be back next week. Also, Fred's Skype handle, Psychic Fred. Tough ones to remember. See everybody next week. Bye-bye.
AchieveRadio.com.
You can help those affected by countless crises around the world each year by supporting the American Red Cross International Response Fund, which will provide immediate relief and long-term support through supplies, technical assistance, and other support to those in need. To make a contribution, contact the American Red Cross today. Call 1-800-RED-CROSS or visit redcross.org. That's 1-800-RED-CROSS or redcross.org.